Hello, everybody. This is your girl, Amani Love, and I am coming to you live with the Twisted Sister podcast, finally dropping today, December 4th. And this is our first of many episodes. I'm your host, I'm your friend, I am Amani Love. I am Miss Deacons if you're nasty. But yes. I just want to introduce myself, talk a little bit about myself, and tell y'all, who you'll be with every week. We'll be bringing you some news, some current events, some things happening in TV and music, and a new topic every week. We'll also be doing panels on TikTok and on Bigo, and all sorts of stuff just related to the podcast. I'm also be streaming now, streaming live my makeup and skincare tutorials, and streaming live my yoga and meditation, streaming live my diamond art, my henna, and my coloring. Just streaming. Just promote the Twisted Sister podcast. Okay? So yeah. All right. Well, my name is Amani Love. Okay, I am 34 years old. I am a Libra. I'm very indecisive because of that, and there's a few things about me, okay? We'll learn a lot more about me as we go, okay? And today's topic is going to be relationships. Ew, right? Yeah. Today's going to be relationships. And I'm going to be talking about, breakups, online dating, being single, stigma on being single, and, friendships, friends with benefits, all types of stuff. We're going to talk about relationships today. And after we have our daily discussion on whatever topic we're talking about, I'll do my tootin' boots, which is one good thing that I've seen in the world out there that I like, that is good, and one bad thing that I've seen out there that is bad. I'll go over a little bit of news, like, breaking news, some things, some weeks may not have any news, but, I'm going to try to bring some current events every week. So, yeah, and then the news topics and the Toot topics for this week, I wanted to talk about a few weeks ago, but this is the first episode, so we're going to talk about it now. So, even if I'm not the first person you've heard talk about this, I'm still going to talk about it. Alrighty, so I wanted to first start talking about, like, breakups. Like, lots of people go through breakups, and breakups are nasty. They're always nasty. They're never nice. They're never, like, I guess sometimes if the two people are healed and the two people are, like, really on the same page and connected and whatever, then, they might both agree that breaking up is the right thing to do, and they can move up forward and be, like, friendly about it. But, a lot of us aren't that lucky, and I'm one of those people. See, I just had a breakup. No, I didn't just have a breakup. I was supposed to do this when I did just have a breakup last January, okay? Or this past January, and it's December, so it's almost January again. So it's almost been a year since I've broken up with my boyfriend, and at first, it was hard. Like, it was awful. I was crying at random all the time and just, like, appalled at everything. Like, how could he do this to me? Why is this happening to me? Like, I'm a good fucking person, Like, it was, you go to blaming yourself, and you go through all those steps when you break up, like acceptance, and, it's kind of like dealing with a death almost, like, you're dealing with that person not being a part of your life and a part of you anymore. And I was in it for 7 years. It wasn't just a quick little fling. So we went ups and downs, breakups and cheats and all types of stuff. And I stood down, I stuck with his ugly ass all the way up until the end, when he told me that he was cheating on me with a white woman and that he was leaving me for her. I'm like, okay, I should have left your ass back in 2021 when you cheated the first time, when I said I was leaving you, when I was cheating on you. I should have left. Should have just left. But I didn't, and I held on, and sometimes that's not the right thing to do. Clearly, I I just wanted to hold on to it and believe that things could get back to a good place. And, I knew when it happened that, we have that intuition, girls. We always know that something is happening. We ain't got to go through phones. We ain't got to do none of that because they stupid and they going to switch up and we going to notice it and that's how we going to know. And that's exactly what happened. I'm just like, yeah, something's not right. And I knew it. And I said it before it happened. I hit it right on the head, but it still hurted. Now I'm good. Like, I could care fucking less. I'm living a good life, a peaceful life. I'm loving it. Like, I am blessed, truly blessed. I'm shopping, doing a lot of retail therapy, you know, playing my games, starting my podcast. I'm doing great. I have been online dating, like looking, not really dating, but I've been looking and it is awful. Like, that's the part that made me cry when I found, like, when you figure out that you're single, is like, damn, like, now I have to start all the way over with another person, get to know a bunch of other people, go through all this shit with a whole bunch of other people, like, till you find the one that you want to fucking be with. Like, it's exhausting. Just thinking about it is overwhelming and sad. And so I was just like, fuck that. So I didn't for a long time. I wasn't looking, and I still kind of am not. Like, I'm kind of looking, but I'm kind of not. I'm pansexual, and I actually really want a girlfriend, but all that's been sliding in my DMs have been men, and not even attractive men. Men who take the bus everywhere, men who are down just worse than you are, like, don't have their own shit, that just, ugh, fat, you're out of shape, there's something wrong with all of them, and I just can't. Mostly it's just they want to just fuck. That's all that they want. They want to have sex with you. They want to get in your pants. They want to see things, and they want you to do things to them. And I'm like, no, I don't have time for that. I'm working on me. I got my spoiled child liquid collagen, honey. I got like, I'm reinventing myself. That's one of the you know, stages you go through when you break up. But yeah, I'm reinventing myself. I am coming back better than I was before, rising like a phoenix out of that ashes. Yeah, out of those ashes. I really do think that everything happens for a reason, and that this happened for a reason. I learned a lot from that relationship. I got a lot of things from the relationship, both, emotionally, mentally, like, physically, financially. I got a lot from it, and it was a lesson learned. It taught me a lot, and overall, I'm not mad about it anymore. Not sad about it. I feel great being single. I just sometimes wish I had that person. I wish I had a person to, like, talk to about things and rant to and laugh with and, smoke with and all of that. Sleep with. I don't have that. That kind of gets a little sometimes, but I like being by myself. I'm, like, really cool. I'm cool as fuck. Why wouldn't you want to be with me? Why wouldn't I want to be with myself? I tell the best jokes, I give the best advice, and I buy myself the best gifts. I got a rose hunty and some other little toys and things to handle those situations. And like I said, I got my Her Fantasy box stuff coming. I got all of my, I already got my spoiled child liquid collagen stuff. I am waiting so I can get my sea moss. I am going to get myself together and focus on me. And then I think that when the time is right, that person, if they are out there, they will come along and, whatever. But until then, I think I'm just going to relax and enjoy being me. There's nothing wrong with it. So if you do feel bad because you're single, no matter how old you are, you haven't ever been married and you're in your 30s, or you don't have children or whatever, don't feel bad. Everybody's on their own freaking journey and their own path, and everybody does things in their own time. And sometimes you're not meant to be married or meant to be in a relationship with this person or that person, you know? So, yeah. Yeah. Then there's these like friends with benefits. These people that like that you see and you meet in crossing and passing during doing business transitions or whatever, and you see these meet these people and they're friends of friends or they're brothers of friends or whatever the hell they are. However you meet them online, and you know they want to come by and whatever. And I don't want no new friends. Okay, I'm not no new friends, and I also am not trying to spin the block either. So maybe I'm just trying to be single. I don't know. But that's only what I think about when I think about men. Not when I think about women. When I think of women, I think that that's kind of what I want. So, ladies, if you are out there, I am single and I will rock your world. My love languages happen to be physical touch and words of affirmation. But I also like a good gift, a good act of service, whatever, you know. But I'm definitely a physical touch kind of girly. I like hugs and cuddling and wrestling and stuff like that. I like that kind of stuff. Holding hands and all that. That I like that stuff. And yeah, like not in the mood for no friends. But you know what? Sometimes a friend is a good thing to have. And I don't want any. I want something real. I want to be dating with intention because I'm 34 years old and I'm an adult. Okay, I'm not looking for the next hookup. I'm looking for my husband or wife. Okay, so if that's not what you're bringing, do not bring your ass over here. Okay, you need to court me. I'm a queen. Anyway, like yesterday, a dude just hit me, slid right on in my inbox on Facebook Messenger, and it was blurry because he was like out of the shower, but he was ass naked, y'all. He sent me a picture of his ass naked body. No hello, no how's your day, hi queen. We had no prior conversation, nothing. He just slid on in there with that. Talk about some did you like it? No, the fuck, no. I don't even know you. And the fact that you're just sending this to me makes me know that you're definitely just sending your dick to everybody. And that means you have no self control. You have no self, like, value. You just sending your dick to everybody and anybody can catch it. Like, that's nasty. I'm not trying to catch nothing. You can stay the hell away from me. I blocked the shit out of him and I reported him for sending me his nudes unwanted. So yeah, guys, stop doing that shit. It's not cute. It's not attractive. We don't like it. If she asks for it, then okay, and you want to send it to her, then yes. But no. And stop asking people for nudes too. Because no, you do not know me. I'm not just sending you my nudes. Maybe one day if you can act like you got some sense and get past the fucking talking on the phone stage, maybe you'll get to see me nude. Or I'll let you show me you nude. Or both. But it's not gonna get there, motherfucker. But you just sliding in my DMs showing me your dick. Sorry. Sorry, Charlie. That's not for me. That's not my thing. Stop doing that shit. That was my rant about that for today. Don't stop doing that shit. For real. And okay. So yeah. Oh yeah, and then being single. Like people always talk about being single. They talk about like how being single is a bad thing and how like, yeah, fuck them. You're good. Okay? Fuck the stigma. If you're single and you're ready to mingle, get out there. Don't worry about worrying about if you're ready or not, You'll know when you're ready. You'll be out there. All right. Now, and then also friend zone. Has anybody ever been friend zoned before? I have not been friend zoned before. I think all the people who I really want to smash know that I want to smash them, and they're just playing around. That's what I think. So I've never been friend zoned, but I mean, I don't want to be either. Like, that's why I don't like hitting on men. Like, women, do you hit on men? Like, it's hard for me to hit on men because if I get rejected, I don't take that very well. I don't take rejection very well. That's why I don't even put myself out there. I'll put myself out there, but like, I won't go after anybody. I'll let them come hit me up, type shit. And I need to get out of that. I'm going to start saying something to somebody. If I find them attractive, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna start. I have nothing to lose. No way to go but up, right? Right. All right. And girl code. The girl code. Hold on. My bad. Girl code. I just got a package. They put it in the mailbox. I'm so excited. I bought a whole bunch of shit on TikTok, retail therapy, and the thing that is here today, I bought a portable charger, a little one because I have a bigger one, but it doesn't really fit in my purse well, and I need one that's good for the go. And I got one of those Game Boy Advance emulator things. It looks just like the Game Boy Advance. I got one, and it's in my mailbox. I can't wait to go grab it after I'm done filming this. Okay, but anyway, yeah, girl code. I want to talk to y'all about girl code because dating out here is already hard enough, and these girls, we're going insane or something. Something is going on because it seems like bitches just do not care anymore. Like, the woman is married to a man. You should probably leave a man alone, unless you want somebody fucking your husband. And if it's your friend, you probably shouldn't sleep with him, even if y'all aren't together anymore and you don't ever want to be with him ever again. Like, I have exes that I feel like, fuck them. But if they were to be with someone that I am close with, I would be pissed the fuck off. Like, first of all, why are you with this low life? You could have him for all I care, but I wouldn't want to talk to you anymore. Like, what the fuck is up with that? You're a pick-me. You're being a fucking pick-me. There were so many other men out there, but you chose to go after that one because you're thirsty. Especially any of my exes, because these motherfuckers is fucked up. But, yeah. Stop doing that shit. Okay? There's plenty of other losers out here. You don't have to take somebody else's loser. Or you could tell that loser that once he's single and not with whoever, then he can hit you up. But stop. Don't talk to your friends. Don't talk to your friends' exes. Don't do that shit. It's not cute. It's not attractive. And it's not fair. Unless you want to get your car busted out and a couple bleach thrown at you. I don't know. I don't do those types of things. I don't put sugar in people's tanks. I don't get mad or get even. I just get. I don't get mad or even. I just fucking get the hell up out of there. There's no point of trying to fucking waste your time. You know, Brandy and Monica, the boy is mine, shit going on over here. We're not fighting over men anymore. Stop doing that shit. Men too. Stop fighting with your homies over bitches. Please. Stop trying to shoot your friend over some pussy. Like, stop that. It's not okay. First of all, people are people. They're not possessions. Okay? And if that person has done something disloyal to you or fucked up to you, then it's just probably best you just walk away. Getting even is never works out for you at the end. You don't want to end up in prison or in jail, no matter what SZA says. Because when I first broke up with my boyfriend, I thought about it. I thought about going to his house. I thought about finding whatever car that he was renting, not even owning, and busting the windows out of it, doing a whole Carrie Underwood before he cheats over there on him. I thought about setting his building on fire with everybody in it. I thought about all types of terrible things that I would never actually do because I'm not insane. But I thought about those things because that's how angry and how hurt I was. And you know what? It's so not worth it. So not worth it. Besides, he's old anyway. He's like 13 years older than me. 15 maybe. 13 years older than me. And he's bald. And he don't got a job anymore. So, and he's a lame. And I did love him for 7 years. 7.5 to be exact. Almost 8. You know? Yeah. That's my spiel about dating and stuff, you know? Like, you know. Oh, one more thing though. Also, if you and your friend are somewhere and y'all in a car and y'all are chilling and y'all see somebody or y'all just out, whatever, and y'all see somebody and he's fine as hell and he looking, but you don't know who he looking at, but y'all both are looking, who gets to call dibs? And if you do call dibs, should the other one back off and just let it be? Let you shoot your shot first? And if you do shoot your shot first and he says no, is it then okay for me to shoot my shot now? You know, those are good questions. Y'all answer me in the comments. Let me know. Don't leave me hanging. I want to know. Join in the conversation. Because I am going to read the comments and we go back. And I am going to put these discussion topics in the panels for everybody to talk about. So yeah. And I talked about love languages, about maintaining kind of about maintaining relationships. It's kind of hard to maintain relationships. You have to put 100% into it. You have to put 100% into it. Not 50, not 75. You have to be there and present and give, and they have to be doing the same. And if you notice that they are not giving the same, then you need to stop it, honey, and find someone who is. But yeah, relationships. That was that. Talked about love languages, talked about maintaining relationships, about the girl code on dating, about friends with benefits, about the stigma of being single, and about breakups. So I'm going to go into my next segment, which is my toot and boot. Okay, in all seriousness, I need to turn this music down. I really want to start off with the toots because the toot is cute and everybody has been saying these every fucking word. I'm tooting an oxalotos. The oxalotos, yes, the little animals with the little things on the side that look like people with a little smile. They look like Ditto. Or like, I don't know if any of you play Pokemon, but they look like Ditto. And they're so freaking cute. Like their facial expression is totally Ditto. But yeah, they're totally cute and they're everywhere. They're making them everywhere. I mean, they're on plushies, they're on blankets, they're on their toys. I seen an oxalato tea diffuser. Like they're everywhere, literally everywhere. So I'm tooting the oxalatos because they weren't even around. You know, like nobody talked about them or anything. And now all of a sudden, in these last few years, they just have appeared in everywhere they are now. And so I'm giving a big ups and a toot to the oxalatos. Yeah, that's my toot. All right, now I want to talk about the boot. The boot isn't very good. The boot is actually very sad, and it's a very serious topic I want to talk about. So, my boot is going to be about bullying Black alternative people. or just bullying in general, but definitely black alt girls and boys. Okay, there's nothing wrong with people who like to read. There's nothing wrong with people who like video games. There's nothing wrong with people who like anime. There's not wrong with people who like anything. There's nothing wrong with people who have certain kinks. You know why? Because we listen and we don't judge, and guess what? Nobody can judge anybody else but God. So why are people out there bullying people and saying that, oh, black women shouldn't dress up as certain anime characters because they're black and they're usually portrayed as white characters or Asian characters or whatever. Like, I'm sick of that. And I'm sick of hearing about sad things like that happening. There was a girl who lost her life, who with suicide. She lost her life because she was being bullied online, and she was being bullied for portraying a certain anime character. And I'm gonna read the article or bits of not the whole article, but I'm gonna read the bits of the article to y'all, and then we're gonna talk about it afterwards. Let me see. I have it. Here it is. Okay, so not because she started drama, not because she was reckless, not because she courted controversy, but because white supremacy follows black people everywhere, even into hobbies meant to be fun, harmless, and creative. Ashley Gail Paxton, known online as Squid Kid 1111, was a talented young cosplayer who did what millions of fans do every day. She put on a costume, took some photos, and shared her love for her favorite characters. That's it. That's all she did. And for that, she was haunted, harassed, mocked, told she didn't belong, told her skin ruined the character, and all types of stuff like that. And yeah, and it says they told her it was inaccurate. They told she should stick to any tiny handful of characters white fans permit black people to cosplay. White strangers, faceless anime avatars, burner accounts, private accounts formed a mob and slowly wore her down. Not instantly, not in one viral moment, but with the steady, grinding pressure of anti-black hostility disguised as critique. This wasn't fandom drama, and this wasn't bullying. This wasn't just the internet. This was the racial hierarchy doing what it always does, punishing black people for existing in spaces whiteness feels entitled to control. Is white supremacy weaponized through gatekeeping? Is white supremacy hiding behind accuracy? Is white supremacy pretending to defend Japanese culture while attacking black people with stereotypes Japanese fans themselves would never even use? And so, yeah, there's that part. And when Ashley died, it says, when the weight of the constant daily onslaught finally became too much, the very community responsible for tormenting her had the nerve to act shocked. This isn't who we are. The cosplay scene was never like this. I can't believe this happened. Bullshit. Black cosplayers have been telling this story for years. That's sad. I'm really sad that young lady has lost her life, and I really hope that you people, and as I said, you people, not you white people, not you Asian people, not you black people, not you people, all of you people, I hope all of you people can think about this and learn something from it. That it's not okay. It's not okay. Okay, you don't own the likeness to any character that you see. And anybody has the public right to do whatever the hell to dress cosplay as whatever they want to cosplay at. Okay? Stop the bullshit. That's what I want to say about that. Just stop it. It's not okay. I feel bad for her. So, yeah, that was my boot for today. My boot was definitely to stop the online bullying, like alternative people. Like, you know, I'm kind of alternative, you know, like I play Pokemon, I watch anime, I, you know, I like a lot of things. I'm super drag, I'm super queer, you know, and I understand being stereotyped and being bullied, and it's not okay. You know, some people aren't as strong as other people, and some people, like, it gets to them and it hurts. We need to stop that. We need to stop suicide, period. It's not okay. I actually put the sticker on the back of the cue cards for her. It says "You Matter." This is a suicide prevention sticker. I had a bunch of them. I have a bunch of them, and just want to remind people to be a nice human. Be a nice human. Be a good person. Don't be a shitty person. Okay. So that was that. And now I want to talk about TV. Okay. So, baddies. Let's first talk about baddies. Baddies just started. Baddies USA. I'm super excited that it just started. I cannot wait to keep watching. We're about 2 episodes in. Um, about 10 fights in already. Not 10, but it's been a lot in those 2 episodes, like a whole lot. I I think that this season is going to be great. Tasiki, Biggie, and Anna is back. I love them. Okay, Mariah Lynn is there again. Tommy probably gonna be in and out. Um, Scotty's pregnant, but I don't know if she's gonna stay on the show this whole season or if she's gonna not be around because she's pregnant. I'm interested and excited to see what's gonna happen with that part of the storyline. Um, I think it's so cute that her and Lemmy are like all out there. I thought that Lemmy was with John at first for a long time, and then I started seeing them online and in different places, booed up and shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, they're doing more than fucking. That's a little couple right there. So yes, I think it's so cute. And bitches is hating, but it doesn't matter. She's have fun. Congratulations, Scotty, the body. Scotty with the body. Congratulations, girl. Yes. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with that, and I'm excited to see what happens with the Krishan Tasiki thing. Are they going to beat the shit out of Summer or not? Who's going to beat up Summer? I want to see Lex beat up Summer. I want to see anybody beat up Summer because I don't like Bummer. I don't like her. She's ignorant. She's just toxic. She's ratchet. She's dirty. She's a bum. I'm sorry. Like, I guess. Yeah. No, I just don't like her. I was trying to think of something nice to say, but I couldn't find anything nice to say about her. I'm sorry. I don't like her. But yeah, I'm excited to see that happen. I would love to see her get beat up a few times this season, get popped in her mouth a few good times. You know, I'd love to see that. And the cabaret, y'all, the cabaret ended. I feel like that shit ended way too fast. Like the cabaret just started, and all of a sudden it's over. And I'm mad who they let win too. That lady that looks like the ducky, she looks like a rubber ducky in the face. I don't know, but they let her win, and I think they only let her win because she signed the contract. And let's talk about it. She signed a contract with the devil. She done signed her soul to the devil, y'all. Like, and the only reason why they let her win the money, I think, is because she signed the contract and they didn't want to have to pay somebody money and a signing bonus. So they gave her that money, and hopefully they gave her that money. We don't even know. She might not even get that. But they gave her that money, and they're probably gonna nickel and dime her, like for studio time and all this other shit. And she just signed a deal with the devil. I hope she gets to make a couple of good hits or something before he goes down. But I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry. She shouldn't have did that, and they shouldn't have picked her. I liked the girl Kanaya. I think that was her name. I think her name was Kanaya or something like that. She was pretty. She had like curly hair, and her body was tea, and she was like really exuding that higher class energy. Okay, she was exuding a high frequency of positive vibrations, and bitches was not liking it, and that's why she didn't win. Period. They want bitches that's gonna be like puppets, and fighting and crying and doing all this other retarded weird ass shit just for no reason. Just like, no, bitch. If I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna fight you for a reason. Otherwise, ain't no reason to be fighting. That's stupid. Just dumb. I personally don't like confrontation. I prefer to avoid it. So I get my confrontation watching baddies and the cabaret and 90 Day Fiance, which Happily Ever After just ended. They just did the last and final part of the Tell All, which is like the reunion episode for those of y'all who don't watch 90 Day Fiance. And for those of y'all who don't watch it, you need to get into it, honey, because TLC, they struck gold. There's always one person from here. There's always one person from another country. You get to see all types of different countries and cultures and their religious beliefs, and you get to see different cultures, weddings, and all types of stuff. And not to mention the drama that comes from both sides of both families, and the actual moving, and do they stay together, do they not, is it for a green card, is it not? It is great. I love 90 Day Fiance. Y'all gotta tune into it. Yes, Happily Ever After, they just did their tell-all, and I like that the way they did the tell-all is like they had all of the people from the season stay in the same house. And so you get to see them at the house interacting with each other in between them actually traveling back and forth to the actual studio to film the actual tell-all. So like you got to see behind a lot of behind the scenes, and I like that. I'm hoping that they do all the tell-alls like this now, because that was cool. Or at least Happily Ever After. But yeah, it was cool. And I'm sad that it ended, because that's my show. But The Other Way is on now, and so we're following The Other Way. Don't know if I even watched The Other Way. Oh yeah, I did. I did watch The Other Way this week. It was kind of boring this week. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't really remember too much from this week. I don't like the French lady. She's annoying as hell. The fat French lady that's always complaining. But also, this episode was the one episode that I actually understood her, where she was coming from. When he was wasting money on and time trying to be a mime and playing and doing other shit like that she knows she don't find attractive or cool, and that she don't want to be a part of. Like, why do you keep doing this to yourself? She don't like the shit. I mean, why are you surprised? She told you she didn't want to do that shit, and you went and did it anyway. Like, that was the only thing that I understood. I understood that part. Okay. Um yeah. And then also, oh, Gino and Jasmine, real quick. Gino and Jasmine, I love Jasmine. I'm team Jasmine. I've always been team Jasmine. Gino is a crybaby. Okay, first of all, this man would not. He brought this beautiful Panama woman from the Panama here, and Panamanian, I think that's how you say it. Yes. And he married her and refused, and she likes to lick toes and do all types of stuff on her, and she is foreign. And he was not giving her no loving, honey. He was not trying to hug her, kiss her, hold her, none of that. Because they sometimes get into arguments. Well, they get into arguments because you're not showing her any affection or any love, and you're just you're being weird. I remember one time she asked him if he could help her cook to peel some potatoes, and he was like, I'm not gonna do it. I don't have a cutting board and I don't have a peeler. She was like, use a knife. He was like, you can't peel a potato with a knife. You need the right materials. And he threw like a bitch ass tantrum because he never learned how to peel a damn potato with a knife, which is something that you can do. Like, what the hell? Like, that made me so mad. Gino pisses me off. So yes, he's being a crybaby. Now he just, instead of trying to be a good husband to her or trying to work on their relationship, they go to a retreat for to work on their relationship. And instead of him trying to work on the relationship, he's pushing her away and pushing her away and pushing her away. So she comes up with the idea, since you don't want to give me no loving, let's open up the marriage then so I can get something and whatever. He agreed. He'd rather had opened up the relationship to somebody else than to actually deal with the problems and try to give her some love or sleep with his wife. So yes, he opened up the relationship. She was over there with Matt, and of course she was hanging out with Matt. Like, you're not giving her none. So yeah, she was hanging out with Matt. That's the person you opened up the relationship to. Don't get mad that she's over there and then put her out because she was over there. Like, why? And then where did you expect for her to go? You just brought her here. She has nowhere else to go. Of course she went to Matt's house. And of course she ended up pregnant by Matt. And now you're mad at her for that too. Like, he ain't taking no responsibility, no responsibility for none of the stuff that he did to cause that. I am just appalled. Gino. Yeah. Gino and Jasmine, y'all got to tune, if y'all haven't already, tuned in to 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. This season went in. So yeah. But yeah, I liked that, and that was my thing. He's trying to get Jasmine deported now, and I don't like that. He was talking about getting her deported and talking about doing like, he's mad because she's with Matt and all this stuff now, and that she's pregnant. Like, you caused all of this to happen. Stop blaming her. Trying to get her deported. That's fucked up. But it seems like her and Matt were going through it at the tell-all because Matt wants her to be committed to him. He wants her to make a commitment, and mainly probably because his mother is really religious and she really wants them to be married, and they're having a baby out of wedlock. So she, that's part of the reason. But I think he also really has feelings for Jasmine and wants her to be committed to him, wants to know that she's committed to him. And so they were fighting, right? Because she was saying that she doesn't know if she ever wants to even get married again, because look how the first one ended, the last one ended, That's what she was saying, and he wasn't understanding, and they were having problems. But I've been online seeing them on Instagram, and she shaved all her head and she kind of looks like Megamind now, but they are looking happy, they look good, and I'm glad about that. I love Jasmine. I'm not hateful or anything like that, even though I really think she should wear some wigs until her hair grows back, because it doesn't look right on everybody. But yeah, I'm glad they're seemingly getting things together. I love that. I love it. Okay, so yeah, that was that. And now I want to do some breaking news. Breaking news. Hold on. Okay. My bad. Okay, so breaking news. There was a black man who was hung at a golf course in Wisconsin, okay? I learned about this on 11/26, okay? I seen this on 11/26. It was that a kind and gentle black man was found hanging, okay, on 11/13/25, okay? On 11/13 he was found hanging, and his belongings were found elsewhere, far away from him, and he was last heard from on the 11th of November. And they're trying to rule it as a suicide, even though black people don't hang themselves. So that's why I'm breaking the news. I want everybody to know. I think everybody should know. They're hanging niggas in Wisconsin, and you need to be careful because they're gonna just lie and say and make it seem like they didn't do anything about nothing happened. Like, come on, ain't nobody gonna abandon all their stuff somewhere, run off, and hang themselves from a tree. Black people don't even do that. I'd like to think if he wanted to take himself out, he'd just go play with white people. They kill him. Like, if he had a death wish, he didn't do that. They did that to him, and it's not right. It's just not right. So I did get a picture. I'm gonna put the picture and the information the little article clip that I seen into the video, so y'all can see what he looks like. But it says what they're saying for the family. This is not just about transparency; it's about closure. It says Tory was my little brother, and from the day he came home, I looked out for him. Said Sheena Medley. This is going to be the hardest trip I've ever had to make to go home to lay him to rest. That is so sad, and yeah. They're not giving any other information about it. It just says here that his name was Tory Medley. He was 39 years old. He was found dead hanging from a tree at the Brookfield Hills Golf Course in Wisconsin on November 13th in 2025. Police quickly labeled the death an apparent suicide. In conclusion, which his family and the NAACP are actively disputing and demanding a deeper investigation into. Which they should, because like I said, he didn't kill himself. Okay? And he didn't unalive himself. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to get monetized. Okay? Alright, so yeah. The victim, it says he was 39 and he was from Milwaukee, and that he was at the Brookfield Hills Golf Course in Brookfield, Wisconsin. His body was discovered on the morning of November 13th, and the police are ruling it asphyxiation suicide. But yeah, I want y'all to get the word out, spread the word. This isn't right. We might need to do something. We have to protest. We have to do whatever the hell we got to do. We need justice to be served for him and for a lot of other black people that the shit is happening to, and that their news is not reporting. Okay, so that was my breaking news. It is serious. That's not okay. Okay, and I want to go through my conclusion. We made it through the very first episode, y'all, of the Twisted Sister podcast. The very first episode. A whole year damn near in the making. I finally did it. And I'm so happy and so glad. I'm so excited to give y'all this. And I'm so excited to come back next week with a fresh topic and a fresh look for y'all. And yeah, we talked about relationships. We talked about my toot and boot. We talked about the oxalatos. We talked about the bullying. We talked about the death of a man. And now I'm going to plug some stuff. I want y'all all to subscribe, like, follow me on all my social medias, okay? Definitely follow me on TikTok because I will be streaming my makeup tutorials and skincare, my yoga and meditation, my workouts on my vibration board, my henna art, my coloring, and my diamond art. I'm going to be going live streaming, doing all of that. And I'm going to give y'all some story time with it too, because y'all know I got a lot of juicy stories to tell you. So, because I done been through it. So yes, we will do story time. Come hang out, come chill. It'll be fun. It'll be real conversational. It'll be nice. You'll love it. Come hang out on TikTok or Bigo. I'll be going live on both. I will be uploading the podcast every week to YouTube, and also some clips to other social medias too as well. But I will also every week right here on YouTube, you will catch me. And I love y'all, and peace, love, and hair grease. Bye, y'all.